Hi and welcome to today's video. It is the winter. It's the perfect time to trim and prune your grapevine. It's in dormancy mode. The sap has not started to rise yet, so by making some cuts and trims in this grapevine now, it'll prevent the likes of any bacteria and disease buildup. So we need to start trimming it. We trim it so that it doesn't get overgrown. We trim it so it has some structure, but we also trim it to get the best grapes this summer. So I'm going to start by showing you exactly how I've planted my grapevine, how it grows, where it's planted, what type of variety it is, and show you some videos from last year just to show you exactly how vibrant it was and how many grapes I got. I was getting them all the way through the summer, right through to about November time. These grapes are delicious. So let's jump straight into it. My grapevine is actually planted outside the greenhouse. Hopefully you can just see it planted in there. Comes up and it goes through a little crack in the glass. I should just be able to zoom in on a little bit there for you. And then it comes directly inside the greenhouse. And at this point here, you can see how it splits and goes either direction. This is the main trunk of the grapevine. This has been in the ground now for about 9 years, and it's a variety known as the Lakemont. It's the green Lakemont seedless grape. I've had great success from it. It was producing grapes possibly after the second year of it being in the ground. And the reason it's planted outside is these vines themselves are really, really hardy. If they're in the ground, they're going to get much more water just by getting the rainwater falling on it, so you don't have to water as much, and those roots go really deep underground and go searching for all that water. So I'm just going to show you how it goes. It goes all the way around my greenhouse. You can see how I've trained it. Some of these go up and over the top, but they also go around the circumference of the inside of my grapevine. Grapes themselves like to be warm and sheltered, hence why you grow it on the inside of your greenhouse, not on the outside. But you're probably picking up on the fact that some of this has become a little bit tangled now, and it's all these vines and the shoots are starting to cross over one another, and there's plenty there that really needs to be trimmed off. And I'm going to show you how you trim it and prune it so that you get the maximum grapes. Okay, so where the trunk comes in here, this, because it's so old now, it doesn't really produce any grapes. Hence why I'm starting to train a new vine along where this big old one is. So I'm just literally making this wrap around the trunk, and because we're dormant, we can manipulate this quite well now, so that now hopefully I'll get grapes on this side as well. So it's only a new shoot. That shoot came about last year, but it does have little buds already on it, and that is what will produce the new grapes. Likewise, I've got a big shoot that goes up and over the top, and then this comes down and then goes that way, and this one really is full of buds. As you can see there, as they just focus, this one will produce an awful lot of grapes coming from each of those buds. But this is the pruning time. We can see we have a new shoot here that's doing absolutely nothing, but where the grapes will form is right in at the beginning here. So we've got a new bud just starting there, and there's another bud here now, and there's another bud just there. So what I'm going to do, I normally take it right back to the first bud and just chop after that one, but I've read an awful lot about leaving it onto the second, so I'm just going to snip there. Likewise here, we've got the one bud at the start or there, and then we've got the second one just here. So I'm going to snip after the second bud, and we're going to go along. This is a really good example. I've got one bud there, and I've got another bud just there. So I'm going to take my secateurs and just cut directly. Now where those buds are, that will be the new shoot, and that will be the bunch of grapes. So I'm going to try and double up this year in terms of get 2 bunches of grapes off every little shoot. So there's one I've already done. As you can see, we've got one bud at the base, and then we've got the new bud halfway up, and I've just snipped after it. But there's plenty that really could come off. I've got to try and keep some structure here, so I'm going to take that one just there. So we'll hopefully get a bunch of grapes just coming off this one. And that is as simple as it needs to be. Dead easy to do in the winter because it is all dormant. Some of these pieces look like they might have died, so I'll have to wait and see if we get any new growth coming off this. If it doesn't, then I just take off the whole shoot itself. But as you can see, I've got some going along this side, I've got some underneath. So the structure is all there. This has become a bit of a tangled mess, and I probably need to decide which one I want to go over. But again, I might just wait till the buds start to swell up and I can see exactly which way it's going, because what I don't want to do is take off the really healthy shoots, because that will definitely hinder the growing of the grapevine. So just coming along here again, I've got a shoot here I don't want. Where's that going? Absolutely nowhere. So I'm just going to take it back to the second bud, which is just in there. So we've got one at the start, there's the second one. I'm going to snip that. You do have to be very careful as you're doing this. It is very easy to suddenly cut one of your main stems. You do not want to do that. So always check and triple check that what you're cutting is the actual, it's just a little side shoot and it's not the main stem. So just going around, there's a nice big bud there. There we go. So the new bunch will come out of there. We'll get a couple coming out of that one. There's one that just needs to come off. Pointless. Take that down to 2 buds again. 1 and 2. And again, here we go. Here's a little one. Snip that off. Try and take off any old leaves as well, because you can get some little nasties starting to live in there. Keep your eye out for these little white cottony egg sacs. They're either spider mites or mealybugs. Either way, they can damage your grapevine if you don't remove them. There is actually a little bug in there. You can tell just by it's like cottony silk egg sac. You just go around checking your grapevine, making sure you haven't got an infestation of those, because it won't do your grapevine any good. It will start eating and feeding off the grapevine. So you need to dispose of them. Keep them away from your grapevine. I'm just going around checking it now. That was the only one I've found so far. So we seem to be okay. But as you can see, we've got, again, a double vine. I've now got to decide which one I want. Do we go with this old one or this more slightly newer one? Both of them has got nice buds on. So I think I'll just trim off a few pieces like this, just tidy them up. And then again, once it starts growing, I'll make a decision, maybe in about May, which one I can take off, and I'll thin these out a little bit. Right, I hope that video has inspired you to get into your greenhouse and trim back your grapevine. This is the time to do it. You've probably got another month or so to do it, but you do have to do it before that sap rises, because you don't want to risk that infection. So get into your greenhouse, get your secateurs out, get trimming it, and you will be rewarded into the summer for those abundant bunches of grapes that you hopefully should be able to get. As I say, this is my green seedless Lakemont grape, which I'm hoping next year I'm going to get a juicer, make some juice out of them. But if you have enjoyed this content, please give us one of those big thumbs up. Remember to leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel. I am nearly at 2,000 subscribers, so if you can help me get there, please do. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now.